At last! Hello, Starscream back again. Probably my last review now before I move. Okay? So, if you don't see me for a bit, I haven't disappeared. I haven't been beamed up. I haven't vanished or disappeared into thin air, much as some people might like that. So, this will probably be my last review, and it's Cyclonus, because I couldn't remember what I was going to review. So I looked at what I'd written down. Okay, look. Brilliant character. Possibly one of my favourite Decepticons. He rivals Starscream as far as I'm concerned. Not necessarily in character, but for prowess in the episodes. He is absolutely brilliant. He's completely loyal to Galvatron, but not stupidly. He believes in his own, in the interests of the Decepticon army, that Galvatron's their best hope to conquer the Autobots. So he backs him up all the way, even to the point where it seems a lost cause, because Galvatron's completely and utterly insane. But we're not talking about Galvatron, we're talking about Cyclonus. In the cartoon, or where he appears in the movie, he's one of Unicron spawn. Now, I've got this written down here. Now, a lot of people believed that a lot of people liked to think he comes from Skywarp. But my personal opinion is it was Bombshell, because he transforms them from their original decaying form, Seekerjet and Insecticon, and he says this is Cyclonus and his Armada. Now, we see two of these chaps. One of them is undoubtedly from Skywarp, and the other one's from Bombshell. I think it's Bombshell. Yes, I'm right. Hey, got my facts right for once. And the one closest to the camera is Bombshell. The one at the back. Bap. What the hell is a bap? Yeah, that's a roll. Bap. I've done it again. Back. The one at the back is Skywarp. So I'm assuming that the actual one that's given any credence or character is the Bombshell one. I've probably upset a few people there, because a lot more people like Skywarp than Bombshell. But hey, here we go. Great character, as I said, backs up Galvatron all the way. There's a really good Madman's Paradise, is it? I don't think it's that one. Or something, Web City or something, where he tries to help the Decepticons, because Galvatron's gone completely off his trolley by this time, and he tries to get him normalised, as they call him. But that involves these creatures drilling into Galvatron's brain to normalise him. But that involves removing Galvatron of his intelligence or spark, or what he is, so he'd end up a mindless robot, which is not particularly what Cyclonus had in mind. And as regards character in the comics, brilliant again. Although there's a lot of skipping and throwing and jumping as regards continuity, so you're not quite sure what Scourge and Cyclonus are up to. 1 minute they're on Galvatron's side, the next minute they're not quite sure whose side. Next minute Galvatron's killing Cyclonus and tearing his head off, which is not necessarily what I'd like. Yeah, I think that stands to reason for most people, to be honest with you. I'd like to do Scourge next time, but as I said, I'm concentrating on Cyclonus. I haven't really concentrated on him at all, actually. I've been all over the place, haven't I? Yeah, a brilliant character, quite strong and opinionated. He's a real warrior. He's pit against, as I've said in one of very, very early reviews, where I've done Ultra Magnus, he's pitted against him because they have a similar code of honour. They're both warriors. They'll fight to the death, which is unlike most of the Decepticons, and he's actually quite brave in comparison to Scourge, yes, that's right, Scourge, who's a coward, which is quite good because he sends him down to retrieve, to check on Starscream's crypt, and he says, I'll send one of the other sweeps first, and Cyclonus goes, get down there, you coward. So yes, I like Cyclonus a lot. Now, I think I should go into the toy, because it is a toy review. Here we go. Generation 1 Cyclonus. Not particularly seen very well by this camera. Actually looks quite gothic there, doesn't he? Oh, it looks it's almost satanic. Quite nice, actually. There we go. There's a few variations. I won't speak before I think this time. Here's the standard one. This is a very original one that you got released, okay? Nice figure. I will transform it for you. There's a blued version here. Now, this is the original release they were going to do, Now you probably can't tell because I didn't position the camera right this time, but what I will point out is the ears here, go away for a minute matey, the ears here are blue and the chest here is painted blue, just these little parts here, the ridges and around the ears. That's the only noticeable difference I can distinguish between the two. This was going to be the one that they were going to put into mass production, and there was a few of them, don't get me wrong, but for some reason they changed it and we have the standard one which we all know. I'm not really sure why they done it, because to be honest with you, splashing a little bit of blue paint here and there doesn't make a lot of difference. It's more, I don't know, reminiscent of the one we see on screen, but other than that, don't make a lot of difference as far as I'm concerned. And of course we have the Target Master one, which is really, really rare to come by, and it's possibly one of the only Transformers I've been struggling to get hold of. I'm not prepared to pay the price at this present moment in time, especially since I'm moving. And as you know, I've got a fair few Transformers, but Target Master version of him is one I do not have. Other than the gun, which is obviously a variation, and I think there's a mounting on the back here. There's a hole here for him to sit on. There's not a lot of difference, and for the amount of money price tag he's carrying, I'm not prepared to pay. I'd like to just buy the gun and just have him hold it, but other than the fact his handholds won't do it. Another common problem with this little chap, you'll find a lot of these around on the... His arms falls off. You'll find a lot of these on eBay, but with no arms. So I mean, I can't understand why that would happen. His arms are probably in the same place that all the prime fists are, you know. Poor chap. Didn't deserve that. Let's try and get his arm back on. Try and do a view. Alright, I'm going to try and transform him. Okay, cyclonus. On camera. Here we go. You probably can't see this, can you? Nose all the way down. It's not a very complicated transformation like a lot of the movie ones. They're quite basic, and they transform into things that you don't genuinely see every day on the road because they don't exist. So I think it's a bit of a cop out, but here you go. Hey ho, they do look a bit more modern than the original ones, don't they? Folding the wings down here. There we go. I can't actually remember why these fists rotate like... Ah, yes I do. Okay, look, we're rotating these fists here for the rockets. Thank you. Very simply done. I didn't do that at all very well, did I? I'll try and do this one on camera. See here? They just rotate. It's a big complaint of his, on my part for him, is his fists are just like big triangle block things. Not very articulate, is it? And flick those in, and we, as far as I know, pull them under. There we go. Now, you probably really didn't see that transformation, did you? Because I did it so badly. There we go. Very nice. Quite reminiscent, I think, of the original jets in how sleek the actual mode is. I mean, considering it's not an actual Earth-style jet, as we'd have it known, I really quite like it. I mean, it's alright as long as you fly along like this. When the second you put it up there and you see his head at the bottom, it don't look so cool. But, having said that, with all the faults of the toy, I really quite like it. It does remind me of a jet that's in service now, although the name escapes me, but it is... If somebody would please post what this looks like as regards jets nowadays, I'd be really appreciate it, because it does remind me of something. I can't quite think what. I mean, if supposed to just had a big pole on it, it'd be like a spear thing. But there you go. Anyway, that's my review done of Cyclonus. I hope that was some help to it. I'll just notice another thing I've done wrong. Look, you noticed here? Yeah, look, you see, that's got the little wing like it should be, and the other side hasn't. There you go. Another thing to notice, there is no metal on this one. I would recommend you wouldn't pay more than about 12, 15 quid for this chap, complete with gun. That's his gun, by the way. If it's not the Target Master one, but that went without saying. Anyway, look, that'll be my last review. Hopefully, next time I do a review, it'll be in a new place with a new camera. Alright, so bear with me for this one. And if you don't see me for about, probably, I'm gonna bet it'll probably be a month before I manage to get another one done by the time I'm settled in. But if I can get one done, fingers crossed, alright? And I will check up for any comments people have made, and if I can answer any questions you have, I'm more than happy to do it. Anyway, thanks very much.